Grandma Death's book in layman terms, please? Just a simplified version. I'd read it.
I thought that he just got done like jacking off to like to like child porn, and since he's like a man of God, he was like crying because he's like, fuck, I've sinned.
You're gonna get flamed in the comments for that one though.
From here on, nothing goes down unless I'm involved.
So you're shuffling your checks with your right hand.
I don't shine shoes anymore.
A nickel bag gets sold in the park. I want in.
Can you do it with your left hand?
I never tried.
Sometimes you don't sound like you're kidding.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Don't ever go over my fucking head again, you motherfucker, you.
Back.
That bitch there. Hello. And we back. What's up?
All right, so what's in the fucking news besides a bunch of virgins?
Bunch of virgins. Ooh.
Fucking
Paul?
every single person I see on the trending.
Really? It's been pretty lame or whack or what?
I don't know. I
Yeah.
just felt like talking shit.
I mean, I haven't seen much. I did see that black guy that just slept that white guy taking a walk with a brick. You see that video?
Of the Kenosha?
Nope. This one was like yesterday.
No.
That one was crazy too, though.
What was it for?
Just like white lives don't matter. That's actually a hashtag, by the way.
Oh god, guys.
Crazy. Yeah, this black guy just runs up, and the guy filming is like he knows him.
Yeah, I seen.
And it's like obviously premeditated. You know, he's like laughing about it.
Yeah, it was probably
died.
It was probably targeted. I seen it looked like an Antifa rally type. I don't know what the fuck. Anybody wearing all black at this point looks like Antifa, I guess. I don't know. But I think it was something like that. But it was like two guys fighting, or like a crowd starting a fight, and this guy just pulls out an iron pan. Just
oh shit, like a PUBG pan?
Yeah, like straight up he was PUBGing them. It's pretty funny. But yeah, but the caption actually made me think. The caption was like, "This is how I'm gonna be running up to people during the apocalypse when we all run out of bullets." Dude, eventually we're all gonna run out of bullets.
Nah, not if you're Eugene from The Walking Dead. You just make your own.
I guess. But like the common person isn't gonna be able to do that. It's gonna be wild. Like whoever can build the bullets is like.
Nah, I think it'll be like more like shotgun shells, or like blunderbuss. Like shooting random like silverware and
but
shit.
I'm saying like say we're like 3 years into it and everybody used everything, you know?
There's so many people that are gonna be dead with stashes that I think that.
Can you pull the bullet out? No, you can't pull the bullet out. And reuse it. That'd be crazy though.
No.
You're like picking people like through dead bodies, pulling the bullets out.
You could probably use the lead for something.
Yeah, you could probably use it for
You're
something.
gonna get flamed in the comments for that one though.
I hope so.
I think what they need to do though is I think that like blacks as a whole need to denounce the few though, because like obviously that's just a couple of idiots that are like recording a video to make a statement about like Black Lives Matter more than white lives, which is obviously totally racist, but
I mean
it's causing like old white racist people on the internet to be like black people are the problem, you know?
Yeah, the majority of those videos are set. I don't know how far set up, but they definitely get trending. Like whether or I know the hashtag or whatever was like towards that, but like I feel like that video might have just been a random video of people doing some fucking like just saying fuck it, let's go do some fuck shit, and then them using that to specifically target whatever they were trying to push.
I've never seen anything like that though. And
have you seen World Star?
Bro, he has a brick, and he probably killed the guy. He has a brick. He runs up behind him, and it's just some white guy walking, just some older white dude, and he just slept.
Yeah, he probably knew him or something, or there was probably something before where
in the middle of the day, just like on camera. I guess.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot. There's a lot of fuck shit that goes on. I feel like there was probably a lot more to the video, and they're just like fuck it, and just cut it up, but. At this point,
they just used
it. Dude? Who the fuck knows? It could have been a video from like 5 years ago, too.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. I just think it's bad all around. Obviously, like I said, I think that they need to denounce that. You know.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's also a lot of shit happening with or it was like a month ago with the like the paletero mans and stuff like that. A lot of them were getting like robbed and stuff like
Who?
that. The paletero mans,
What are they?
like the ice cream, the Mexican ice
Oh
cream
yeah.
mans. They were getting robbed, and it was like
Wasn't
lot
that
of
a brown on brown thing though?
no, there was it was like black on brown, and then the people in the hoods from the black side took their people or found out who it was and handled it just so there wasn't any problem. So a lot of like,
I do remember that now.
a lot of situations like that will escalate usually get handled. I think it's not really, I think that whole like little hashtag thing was just kind of like they're pushing it to make it seem like try to ignite the race war.
Yep. Like I said, as a group, hopefully that is, cleared up. Hey, this is not like what black people want.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is just like an act of terror from an individual.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a fucking
otherwise it's fucked. It's just gonna be a bunch of white people on Twitter fucking screaming racist shit.
Well,
for the
yeah,
next
that's
month.
Yeah,
Forever, because that's always gonna be a thing. But
yeah, the internet definitely tries to ignite war. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean,
so like, I don't know. Fuck it. At this point, it just depends who's depicting what's going on. So
yeah, true. Anything else you want to talk about the Neuralink thing or what?
Oh yeah, the fucking Neuralink. That was crazy.
I don't know anything about it.
Well, so they pretty much were just talking about it, and then they're saying like, oh, they want it to eventually be more than just a medical thing for the future.
Oh, of course.
And then they had 3 pigs. One pig had it in. One pig had it in at one point and then got taken out, and then one pig just didn't have it at all. And they just were like demonstrating how the pigs were more efficient, and then how the pigs were able to get it in, take it out, and still not have any problems and still be normal. So, trying to make people feel more at ease to get it.
With it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's fucking over, guys.
So basically, the pig is not in control of the Neuralink. The Neuralink is just
it would
be the
be
word I'm looking for. It's doing it passively. It's helping it on its own.
But like I couldn't follow, like I didn't watch it fully, 1, but 2, I couldn't follow exactly. But what I picked up from it, it's kind of like it just makes you more efficient overall. Like it's like if you type something into Google and it comes up like that. That's kind of like how your brain works. It's like
just faster.
Yeah, it just feels faster.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's scary. The world's ending.
Yeah, it's over at this point. Fuck you guys. Who cares?
Yeah. Everyone thinks it's fun and games, bro. Once they realize they don't need us,
yeah,
they're not gonna have the compassion we have, bro.
No. Fuck, who cares, dude? Just fucking become alcoholics. Your life will be better. Dude, shout out to the fucking guy in the comments. What was his name? I forgot what his name was on the YouTube comment. He said that I sound like Chills, so at points. And
oh, my boy Robert. Yeah, I got milk.
Yeah, that was the best compliment you can give me.
Yeah, we were talking about it today, actually. Yeah. I told him that you're the one who introduced me to Chills, and you got me the pillow, wherever it is.
Yeah, he's around here somewhere.
Chills sells his own face as merch on a pillow.
Everybody needs to comment Chills in our comments so we can get them on, hopefully.
Can you do that? Can you at people?
I don't know. Or just send it to him. I don't know. He has 1 million followers. He's not going to see it.
We'll just make a Twitter post and have everyone retweet it.
Yeah. All right. So Donnie Darko.
Donnie Darko. Dude, we got our hands full with this one, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because this is like review number 5. And this is like one of the more deep films that fans like love and adore, worldwide.
Yeah. Donnie Darko is dope.
It's a big one. It's a big movie.
Yeah, I fucking love teenage Seth Rogen. Teenage Seth Rogen is always the bad guy. He's fucking...
we had to talk about that.
He's like the greatest fucking 80s bad guy character. It kind of like reminded me of
What other movies is
Freaks
he
and Geeks.
similar in that?
Freaks and Geeks.
Oh,
he's it's a high. That's not a movie, but it's a TV show where
Uh-huh.
he's the bad guy, cool
even
guy
remember.
character.
I can't think. I can't picture that show.
It's dude, that show's so good. It
I
has
think I've seen it, but I just
it has
don't-
James Franco in all of them when they're all young,
Yep.
playing a high school.
Yep.
But yeah, Seth Rogen was dope in that. Who else? Mary Jane, right? Mary Jane was the sister.
Yes. I forget her name.
I don't know her name either, but she like her like that cast.
Her character was really
yeah, that whole like cast fit together very well.
Here's the thing about this movie and that whole situation is it's very deceiving. Like there's a lot going on in the movie, and I think it's very distracting from the overall plot, like the main story. Because like there's a lot of character development with the family, like you see a lot of scenes from the mom, the dad one-on-one with Donnie, the sister getting into Harvard, going through like her like teenage year, like rebellious stage or whatever.
Yeah.
You see a lot of development, and I think it's very distracting, but also probably part of the reason people love this movie because there's so much happening.
Dude,
There's a lot of information.
the dad is fucking one of my favorite characters in family.
He's
He's
great,
fucking,
dude.
he just fucking just doesn't give fucks. Whatever. He's the teacher's talking about how Donnie told her to stick something up her ass, and he starts laughing.
He laughs.
Dude, that's so fucking great.
The cheesiest cover up.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I think we have to talk about like the the deeper meaning behind the movie,
Mm-hmm.
just because that's usually what people talk about when they talk about this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think that before doing this, I should have watched this movie twice. I watched
Yeah.
I watched the end with you again.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to do it as a refresher before we actually did this.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when I was watching it the first time, I should have paid more attention because there's a lot of subtle things that happen. And I think I understood, like, for the most part, what was going on with Donnie and being stuck in his time loop and everything.
Yeah.
But I didn't get it, like, fully.
Yeah.
And then I went and did some research, poked around Reddit a little bit. Not too much because I wanted to have, like, my own take on it for this.
Yeah.
But I think I almost had to do that. Otherwise, this would be a disaster trying to talk about this, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, it's hard. I feel like they're playing with a few ideas that were very interesting. I wish I knew more about like schizophrenia and stuff like that because I feel
Mhm.
like I have no idea about any of it. But I thought they tied it in dope with his like schizophrenic blackouts being like dreams that the dreams like are wormholes into like seeing the future and stuff like that.
Yep.
And like parallel universes.
Yep. Yeah, it's interesting. So my take on the movie is that there's some kind of higher power and they are tasking Donnie to fix this alternate reality / universe so that the main reality / universe can be normal again. So they have I did research, like I said, a little bit. What they called the reason for this like split in realities and like the main I think they call it prime universe having issues is that the airplane lost its engine, right? And it was flying through the air. That's what's caused the split. And that's what caused the break in between the universes. So now they're in this like alternate fucked up time loop.
Mm-hmm.
And they need to fix that so that they can set the main universe back on course.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy. I think it's easy to not see all of that because it's not obvious.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna watch this movie, And if you've only watched it once or twice, you should watch it again.
Yeah.
Knowing all those facts, I think that'll really
Mhm.
enhance the whole experience.
Mhm.
But super like super intricate, and I really wonder what a like a physicist or like a cosmologist would think of this movie.
Yeah, see, I
and
don't.
their take on it.
Yeah, I don't know enough about parallel universe. I like the different like theories on it either, but from what I took was that there were just multiple universes. And what was it when the plane crashed out of nowhere, or they don't know where it came from. I was just like, oh, just probably hit the loophole that they were talking about, went in. And then one of the universes where he's watching the storm, it's when his that's the one where the wife dies, and Donnie and his girlfriend or whatever stay alive, and the wife is in the airplane that crashes down. And then the one where Donnie dies, obviously, is I don't think they said anything about if the airplane kind of flew, but the mom and the daughter stay alive. And then in the very first one, the daughter stays, or the girlfriend dies. So in each parallel universe, they all, like, different ones died.
Yeah, I think that's interesting because I never thought of it in that regard, having like more than just two different realities. I think what was happening was Donnie was supposed to die in this main universe where everything's normal. I think that the jet engine was supposed to crash down, kill him. That's that. I think that he's also like you said, like schizophrenic and has these blackouts. Yeah. And for some reason, that engine flying through caused him to have one of those blackouts and create that alternate reality where he doesn't die, which is a problem. Because in that book that lady wrote, The Grandmother of Death, Roberta Sparrow, they talk about how that having this like alternate universe that's stuck in this time loop can cause the destruction of like the main universe. Mm-hmm. So super confusing, but point being is he didn't die, and this higher power I was talking about earlier is guiding him to like understand what's happening, but subtly, so he figures it out on his own.
Okay.
And eventually, at the end, he's watching that plane fly over, right? And he sees the engine is falling, and he's like, okay, this is the part where I'm supposed to die. So he's sitting in the car with his dead girlfriend, and he's smiling at her because he knows that he's going to bring her back to life by killing himself. So at the end, I think he kills himself. They don't show it. Mm-hmm. And then that's why you see at the end, everyone else is alive. Everyone that dies in that alternate universe is still alive because he knows that he's supposed to kill himself. But interesting, though, that like I didn't really think of it like that. I have to put more thought into it about having like multiple, like 3 or 4 or 5 maybe different universes.
Yeah. I saw of them having like multiple ones, and I saw that Frank or whatever what is it? I don't know. I guess you could say bunny? The bunny that was like the higher power or whatever. I saw him as every time he went into his schizophrenic blackouts, he was kind of being guided to manipulate different the other universes, Yeah. So I saw it like that, and then I was like, oh, like they kind of just showed every single one, and then at the very end was, I don't know, probably the main one where Donnie died.
Yeah.
Because they're saying like that your dreams were kind of you not teleporting, but being able to like break into like a 4th dimension and see different universes or different times.
Yeah.
Parallel universes.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't think that Frank, in the way that I saw the movie, I don't think Frank was the higher power. I think that he was simply somebody that is in this timeline that runs into Donnie. So I think he's also being influenced by, like, let's say these aliens, we'll call them. Mm-hmm. I think that he is being influenced along with other characters that help Donnie like kind of figure out. Where was I? Yeah, but I think that multiple characters throughout the movie are being influenced by like these aliens so that they can guide Donnie to eventually figure this out on his own,
Mm-hmm.
but help him and give him like the tools he needs, like the teacher, for instance, teaching him about physics and shit or whatever he was asking him for.
Yeah.
I can't even remember, but
Yeah.
him and like Frank. Obviously, Frank is at the party.
Yeah.
Um,
I also don't think that Frank the person was. I don't think Frank the person was the higher power, so to say. I think the higher power was using Frank's suit as a way to kind of hint at, oh, you're going to see him in the future, and the reason why he got shot in the eye is because you shot him in the eye in this parallel universe
Mhm.
for this. And I think it was more they were trying to use the chase the rabbit down the hole type of reference for Frank or
Oh,
whatever
interesting.
his. So I don't really think it was Frank the person, but I think they just
Right.
chose to use him to be like, oh, we can tie it in with this parallel universe in the future type of thing, and then be like, oh, we can do an Alice in Wonderland type of reference.
Yeah, it gets confusing. But I want to go back and watch and just see how many characters, like Grandma Death, Roberta Sparrow, or whatever. What's her name? I keep forgetting it.
Did
like
she die?
She's obviously no, she didn't die.
Yeah,
She's obviously guiding him because she's stuck in this time loop too, where she's walking in circles at the mailbox, where she has to stand so the car swerves and kills his girlfriend.
yeah.
Like she's obviously a part of it, and like reading her book and everything helps him.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to go back and watch it and like see how many characters are really guiding him through the movie from the start. You know?
I thought Sparrow just wrote that book because she was a schizophrenic just like him, and she was dealing with the same things. And whether she knew that she was manipulating different universes or not, type of thing, because maybe her blackouts caused her to do something to manipulate his. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of the information she put in the book, and like you see like subtext from it and images from the book, I think, throughout the movie. I'm pretty sure those were from her book.
Yeah, they were kind of describing each. They had like a manipulation of death and like all this other stuff. I didn't get to read each text and like heavily like think about it, but
it's happening
it was so quick too. They kind of just like boom. It's like guys, our reading levels are decreasing. It's not. we can't do this like it's the 90s.
Yeah, but obviously it's like alluding to the scene that you're watching.
Yeah.
So like there's the one about the living receiver, and that's when you realize like, oh, Donnie is the living receiver, the person that is given these extra powers into the fourth dimension and all that.
Yeah.
And he's the one that's being influenced to like set the timeline straight again, to make the universe back on path, like to put it back on its course,
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, those orbs coming out of their bodies were crazy.
I know. That was really cool, actually. I thought that was pretty well done for the concept of it.
Yeah, that was wild.
And you could totally understand like what's happening, I think, with those right away, because it's like obviously they're following the path of them and everything.
Yeah, to me, I kind of took it as like, oh, that's their natural instinct leading them. But since Donnie was like mentally disturbed, I guess you can say, with schizophrenia and stuff like that, he was able to tap into like understand the natural instinct and see people's natural instincts, because the motherfucker was smart. The motherfucker was like breaking down.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
Which led him to like just everyone just looking at him like the fuck, like be misunderstood.
Yeah. Again, I think that he had that instinct and those powers from something else. Like just in my own opinion, I think that that those were powers that were influenced from like a higher being. But he's also like clearly a smart kid, and maybe that's part of the reason why he was like quote unquote chosen as the person to fix what went wrong. Aside from the fact that he didn't die in the first place. And he was the reason that everything got fucked up because he didn't die, But I think that him being smart probably played a role in this universe, in this like story.
Yeah, it really shows that you have to be mentally disturbed to be kind of tapped into something that people can't really see.
Yeah.
and like be smart.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I guess we're all just fucking stupid at this point. I don't know.
So what you're saying is we should do Y2K again.
Y2K actually happened, dude. We're in the simulation right now. Come on.
Oh yeah. I've been saying shut up my entire life, not knowing why.
Saying what?
Shut up.
What's that from?
That's from the movie.
What do you wait? What scene though?
The one girl. She says it throughout the whole thing. The schoolgirl.
Yeah. The schoolgirl's all in love
My
with
buddy Nolan, growing up, would always say that, and I couldn't remember why. And now I know. Finally, I see this movie again. I think I saw parts of it when I was younger, but I was too scared.
Why do you think the fucking con artist fucker that was speaking at the school that they planted the child pornography on?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think he was crying?
I think he was crying because he was a character in this like alternate universe that woke up during the end of the alternate universe. He woke up after it in the real one, and he remembered part of it, and he's like crying thinking about all of the things that happened.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Which is I think is the rest of the characters you see in that same scene where they're like panning through all of them. Some of them wake up, some of them don't. And yeah, I think it's just like they probably remember it.
Interesting.
Parts of it,
Interesting. Like they had dreams.
Or had it,
like
or
they
it
had
felt
they
like a
had
nightmare
like
or
they
dream or
had a
something.
dream and
Yeah.
they woke up.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. I thought that he just got done like jacking off to like to like child porn, and since he's like a man of God, he was like crying because he's like, fuck, I've sinned.
He understands that he's
Yeah, I thought
a
it was
sick
something like
bastard.
that. Yeah,
You're a sicko.
I was just like, oh, I knew it. But yeah, that was when they were showing everyone at the end, just like, what the fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, this movie's a mind fuck. Definitely.
Yeah, it has a lot of like different ideas to play with that all kind of somehow intertwine. It's like, I don't know, it's weird.
Yep. And it's probably a very like misunderstood movie.
Yeah.
Like I'd be very curious to hear
Yeah.
the explanation from the writer.
But yeah, but it's on brand because it's supposed to be Donnie Darko, is supposed to be a schizophrenic, so like you can't really pinpoint their train of thought, It's kind of all over the place. So which kind of plays well with the movie,
Well, you might think that if you don't understand it too, though. Maybe you have theories about the movie that aren't fully complete.
Yeah.
But if you just understood certain things a little bit better or picked up on certain like subtleties,
that's very true. But but also too, when he was talking to his dad was like, "Oh, they're gonna call you crazy. They're gonna call you this, da da da, because they don't understand. They're gonna call you conspiracy theorist or whatever." And then he's like, "Fuck them. You're smarter than them. You're just type of thing."
Mm-hmm.
So it's like one of those things where it's like, not everybody can understand because we're just not at that like level of consciousness yet,
Yeah, interesting. Oh yeah, I wanted to say that the ending music was an excellent choice. All around are familiar faces.
I know.
What's that song from that I know it from?
I know. It gave me like nostalgia, and I was like, wait, what was this nostalgia I'm feeling though? I don't understand like I've heard it before, like plenty of times. I just can't pinpoint it. It's like
Yeah, I know the artist too, only from that song, but I remember like looking that song up at one point.
Yeah,
because
it's a weird trigger.
Because I had heard it and liked it as a kid or something, Like I know that song, but where from? But it was an excellent choice. It's like sad. It's talking about like your dreams and how depressed you are. I don't know. It was really good.
Yeah,
I had to say something about it because I thought it was excellent.
Yeah. What else? I swear I had something. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I went through all my notes.
Yeah. The Evil Dead scene was dope. When they're all in the movie theater and they wormhole right when it hits the clock with the Evil Dead. That was tight.
Oh yeah, that was a strange scene. You know what I don't understand, and I did read a little bit about this part. Somebody else's theory was that the girlfriend was also in on it, even though she can't remember it when she comes, like at the end of the movie, you know, when everything's fixed, they're back to like the main timeline, main universe or whatever. She can't remember who he is or anything about him, but she has this weird like curiosity about like, who's this kid that died? You know, you can tell that there's some kind of connection there.
Yeah.
The theory is that she was also kind of guiding him by faking being asleep, letting him leave, and then coming back, and you know, playing like innocent dumb, knowing that she has to die so that she can live. Weird, kind of strange. Because like, who falls asleep during the Evil Dead movie? You know?
Yeah.
And for that long?
Yeah.
Like he's gone that whole time.
Yeah.
The movie's over. He comes back.
Yeah.
You know? It's kind of strange.
Yeah.
Interesting. I could totally see that being a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I felt like that ending scene was her kind of like being like, okay, I have some type of connection with them. I just don't know why. And I thought it was like, oh, like the alternate universes, like something might be sentimental in that universe, but in this one it's not, but you can still feel the sentimentalness of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's why she was just staring at her like why am I attached to you? But it's probably because she knew that it was his mom, but not knew it.
Yeah. The one, there's a couple things I didn't really understand about the movie, and like, one being, why was Seth Rogen and the other douchebag kid at the grandma Death's house robbing it or whatever? What were they doing?
I think
I didn't get that.
I don't
part,
know.
really.
I think they followed him and they're like, okay, we're gonna get him because he's been doing all this shit, blaming me.
Oh yeah,
like,
that would make sense. Actually,
I thought it was something like that. That's the only thing that made sense to me.
That's probably
because I thought the same thing too. I was like, wait, what? They're just there with knives?
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, they had to follow him at that point.
So Donnie knew that he had to go to her because she is like this super smart lady that is misunderstood, old lady that's stuck in this like cycle of, you know, walking or whatever.
Yeah.
But he knows that she knows something, so he goes to her when the time has come for the world to end or whatever.
Yeah.
And they follow him there. That makes sense. So that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
What else didn't I understand? I didn't understand initially why, if like the theory that I have about, you know, this alternate universe causing a time loop and then, you know, being a problem for like the main universe. Why is Donnie not sleeping in his bed when this whole jet engine comes flying through the air and like causes the break? Like, what does that trigger in Donnie for him to get up and leave? Because in the original scene, he's like, he's sleepwalking because of Frank.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't Frank just let him stay asleep in that scenario? I don't know. It's just very confusing.
Yeah, that's
kind of a lot going on.
That's kind of why I just thought it was like, it was just showing like multiple universes. In each universe, someone had to die, and then he somehow saw every single one.
Mm-hmm.
And saw everyone dying, and then I think he somehow figured out that like time loop of him time traveling back and then being like, okay, I'm gonna be the one that dies instead of everyone else's.
Yeah. I think that makes sense. I don't know. I have to think about it more to see if there's any like contradiction in there about that.
Yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't. This movie was like, I don't think they really wanted it to like be like depicted like easily. But that's just what made sense to me. I was just like, oh, he probably just saw every single one, and he knew he was tapping into these like blackouts where he was fourth dimension, seeing different alternate universes, and like seeing the future and past. And just fucking was like, okay, and then saw all of them, and then figured it out probably with whatever. I don't know how he figured it out, but
yeah,
he he somehow chose. He's like, I'm gonna die if anyone's gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is the honorable thing to do if you're like understanding of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, as for how detailed and specific the story is, I think that they probably left it open to a little bit of interpretation.
Yeah.
Like
Overall, yeah.
there could be multiple theories
Yeah.
about this. I'm sure there's one that we haven't thought of
Yeah.
either, you know. Just the first one that made the most sense to me doesn't mean it's the one that was intended. You know what I mean?
Like I said, I feel like they kind of threw in like, oh, he's schizophrenic. Like we can't, like you just can't leave it that like you're gonna have to have a little bit of schizophrenia to like understand it, you know, just because you kind of have to have that like out of the box like connecting shit that doesn't like really connect but like somehow makes sense, you know?
Yeah. Interesting. Very thought-provoking movie. I liked it. I didn't love it though. I don't know why. It wasn't like not gonna be like my go-to, like, oh, I'm gonna show my friend this.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either. It's one of those ones where you're just like, fuck it, let's check it out. It's not really like, oh guys, let's watch this because this would be crazy. It's kind of like it definitely has.
Well, for some people it is.
Oh, I'm sure, but I feel like it's
100%
definitely an audience, but it's not like a general like, you know, like everybody, let's come watch this. There's definitely an audience, like specific audience that.
So you felt
that
the
hits.
same, obviously. Then.
Yeah. I thought it was.
I
good,
liked
though.
it.
Yeah.
I thought that it was very well done, and I think it's worth a second watch, maybe a third watch, if you're like get super into the story or want to understand it better. But yeah, I'm not gonna rant and rave about this to a friend that's never seen it. I don't know. I don't know why.
I like how the little fucking the bitch ass teachers that were like talking about the theory, and Donnie was like kind of actually like put it all together. They're like, I can't talk about this. I'm gonna lose my job. I'm like, you little bitch, bro.
Yep. Yeah. Like I said, I think maybe he was a character that was helping guide him, but he didn't want to give him too much. Otherwise, it would be.
Yeah, I thought it was just on.
inorganic.
I thought it was on like it added to Donnie like kind of like having like an I like it. I think it added to Donnie being misunderstood and misplaced in a world where he's just like he sees like a different science than other people, you know, because he was heavily like God type of shit, like, you know, he had a glass ceiling of what he can like different theories he can think of.
Oh, because of like religious.
Yeah, because of you know how religious gives them the glass ceiling,
right? Yeah, interesting. I just want to go back and watch and see which characters are the ones that are waking up from the dreams and shit. And see if I don't think like his family, I don't think certain characters are in there. So I think that there might still be like these guiding characters that are shown at the end, all of them that are affected by this higher power, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think all of the every single character is in there. I think it's only a select few that are kind of influencing him in certain ways. So I want to rewatch it again.
Yeah, I definitely want to like look better into the books, the book and the writings from the books.
I don't know. Is it based on a book?
I don't. I mean, each chapter had their own thing, so I don't know.
Oh, you mean about?
Yeah. I don't know if there's an actual book out there.
The book that's written in the movie.
Yeah, if there was an actual book out there, that would be a cool read. But just from what the movie has, and I want to kind of check that out because it'll give a better understanding of each chapter. Because I'm sure they do like double entendres on there as well.
Yeah, they probably do. I would like to see like a simplified version of the book. It's probably too advanced for me. You know
Donnie Darko for dummies.
Yeah. No, just like the science behind it, and you know her theories about time travel and shit.
Yeah, because
like,
when was this movie made?
2001.
Oh, 2001. Yeah, so it's like parallel universe from like 20 years ago.
Oh, I mean, like I think that a lot of this stuff was figured out.
Yeah, but wouldn't they have like a lot more detailed into it now, especially?
No, I don't think a lot of that stuff's changed. I think that there's new theories, and theories are, until they're disproven, I don't think that they go away. Right?
Those ones are like almost impossible to disprove, so they're just there forever.
Well, like a theory is forever a theory until it's disproven.
That's
right?
what I'm saying. You can't disprove those.
Yeah.
Unless, I don't know. Someone says.
I'm sure there's new stuff, but I mean, like, I think the majority of like the modernness of science in that regard about like space and time and shit is already figured out by then.
Would you guys believe me if I came back in like a month, like, hey guys, I tapped into something. I figured it out.
But yeah, the Grandma Death's book in layman terms, please. Just a simplified version. I'd read it. Otherwise, it's just a science textbook.
We need a Rick and Morty explained version of it for us.
Yes, dude. Oh, that'd be so good. Yep. All right. I don't have anything else.
I think that was good.
That was good. Thanks for watching. Check out the interview in the description. You still need to do last videos. Description questions.
I'll get on that.
You better. All right. Peace out.